Welcome to the Vanilla To Vixen podcast. This show contains adult content, so if you are under 18 or easily offended, please switch off now. Mr. and Mrs. N are not qualified relationship counsellors. This show is for entertainment purposes only. Now the disclaimer is out of the way. Sit back, relax, and enjoy our journey from Vanilla to Vixen.
Welcome to episode 70, the big 7-0 of Vanilla to Vixen. We are your hosts, Mr. and Mrs. N, and we're also known as...
The Naughty Couple.
That'll be the one.
You went all sultry then.
We're basking in the afterglow. Basking in the wonderful afterglow of Vanilla to Vixen, the party.
Yes.
That took place on last Saturday.
It did.
At Liberty Elite.
I know.
But we'll talk about that a little bit later on.
Yes, we will.
We've had a lovely message from a couple.
Have we?
Yeah, honestly.
Oh, okay.
Honestly.
Okay.
So this couple, they're brand new, that they've never swapped or done anything like this.
Yeah.
Anything at all. They're not hobbyists.
Right.
And they're having a few problems in the bedroom. So the man goes off and sees a sex therapist, and the sex therapist says, I think what might be the problem, I think it might be a bit too warm in your bedroom. You need to just cool the air down, cool flow of air. So the man comes back, tells his wife this, and he says, I've got a suggestion. I'm not buying one of these expensive fans. I'm not doing that. I'm not buying an air conditioning unit. I'll just get my friend to waft a towel.
Right.
So begrudgingly she agrees. So that night they go up to the bedroom and the friend's there. He's quite excited and he's wafting this towel while the couple are making love. And after 45 minutes, it's still no good. She can't orgasm. His wife just cannot orgasm, and they're struggling and he's getting fed up. And the friend says, look, I'm your lifelong friend. Let me help you out. I'll take over. You waft the towel. So the husband, he's just desperate for a rest, to be honest.
I'm not surprised after 45 minutes.
Exactly. So he jumps off and the friend strips off, takes over, gets on top of the wife. And the husband starts wafting the towel. 2 minutes in, the wife's thrashing all over the bed. She's having multiple orgasms and it's all happening on the bed. And the friend kind of looks up and the husband goes, now that's how to waft a fucking towel.
That one.
There you go.
That's a good one.
Welcome to Vanilla to Vixen. So, in this episode, we are talking about what happened to us at Vanilla to Vixen, because it was pretty darn epic.
It was. You went all serious then. I was like, hang on a minute, is he talking about something different?
It was though, wasn't it?
It was epic.
So we agreed it was probably one of our best sexual encounters we've ever had.
Yes.
Do you agree with that, Mrs.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. So we thought we'd do what we always do, just share it with the world.
You know us.
That's it. We'll just tell you all the details. But it's nearly Christmas.
Oh, good grief.
So we thought we'd also, before we have the main event and talk about what happened at V2V, and not just what happened, I think it's kind of like, it's a good tip for couples, isn't it?
Yes, because it didn't start at V2V, did it?
It's a two-parter.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about two-part meets and things like that. So that's the main event. But before that, because we love you so much, we've been siphoning through all our manufacturers. As you know, we've got vanillatovixen.co.uk, which is an online naughty store for lingerie and toys and everything and all good stuff like that.
Yes.
And we've gone all the way through all the manufacturers and things, and we've picked out what we think are sort of 5 or 6 of the best toys and things ideal for Christmas presents.
Yes. So from now up until nearer the big day, when the man comes once a year
With his big sack.
we're just going to give you a few tips on what to buy your relevant other half.
So you've picked the ladies' ones, Mrs. N.
I have.
Yeah. Okay. So what toys have we got for the ladies?
Okay. So I mean, these are kind of ideas if they've got a guy or another girl want to buy for their other half.
Or if you're single
and you want to treat yourself.
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing worse than kind of waking up Christmas morning with a pair of socks that you don't want. So ladies, go and buy yourself a sex toy and you wake up, open it Christmas morning, you'll be well away.
Exactly. So the first one on the list is the Jeju Mimi Soft Clitoral Vibrator.
Now you've got one of these yourself. This is your personal best toy ever.
Yeah, I mean, I've tried a few bits and pieces along the way, but this is my go-to.
So it's shaped a bit like a pebble.
Yes.
It's kind of almost like a round, stony shape.
It is. It almost looks a bit like a computer mouse.
It does.
Without the tail.
You have a lot more fun though, don't you, than clicking on Google.
Yeah. But because it's covered in a very, very soft, I don't know what the material
latex.
Latex, yes.
So the actual sort of stuff it's made from, Jeju is like the Rolls Royce of toys. Everything from the packaging, it's rechargeable. There's no batteries inside it. It's got a rechargeable wire. Everything is just top quality. The box it comes in is beautiful. So if you buy this for your other half, it looks like a serious piece of kit.
I mean, it's not cheap.
No.
The price is $72.99, but my God, it's worth every penny.
And we're not doing a Black Friday event on vanillatoVixen.co.uk.
No.
Because everybody knows Black Friday is shit. They just bring in cheap stuff that they can't sell. And you have televisions made like by Chung Lee Ho, which sound like they should be on like a Chinese takeaway menu. They're rubbish. And so what's the point? So you just have to buy cheap stuff crap. So, still good stuff like, the latest iPhone 15 or an iPad or something. You don't get them in the Black Friday sales with like 50% off.
No, you flipping well don't.
So you do unfortunately have to pay for, you get what you pay for.
You do.
And with Jeju, anything Jeju, you get what you pay for.
It is top quality.
Yes.
However, we do have other items that are probably more value. What would you say? The
value for money.
Value for money range, yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, that's still below, and that's the thing. On vanillatoVixen.co.uk, our stuff is always usually below the RRP price anyway.
Yes.
I don't see the point in doing these like temporary January sales. So the prices are always low as we could go.
Yes.
And
exactly.
It's all year round.
Yes, it is. So obviously with the Jeju, that is either, you can play with that on your own or, obviously if you're with a partner or something. However, we do have one that's for couples.
Okay.
And it's called the Midnight Magic Hyperion Remote Couple Vibrator.
This is our favourite.
Now, we've got one of these.
We were going to do a video.
We were, except when we tried it out, we kind of forgot about doing the video and just ended up having lots of fun.
We had so much fun. We just
forgot to press record.
It was really good. So can you explain how it works?
Right, so part of it goes on the man's
finger. No,
on his willy.
Okay.
And then the woman kind of goes on top.
You get kind of an oversized ring with it. It's remote control.
Yes.
And so it goes. You've got like a vibrator bit that goes at the bottom, at the base of the man's cock.
That's it.
And you've got kind of like a it's kind of like just a half a sheath, isn't it?
Yeah, it's hard to describe. So go and have a look. Jump on vanilla2vixen.co.uk and just go and have a look, because it is quite difficult to describe.
Yeah.
But obviously it's got this little remote control. So, you ladies or the other half can control it and decide how much, vibration you want to put through it and everything else. But we also did it where I was sort of on top of Mr. N while it was going. Mm-hmm. And so we both got the benefit.
And it only took about 2 minutes.
It didn't take very long. It was
like my friend.
You were wafting the towel.
It was really good. It was really good.
So that one is priced at $47.99.
Yeah, okay.
Which for a couple's piece of fun, that's quite a good price.
That's one of those presents, like when somebody buys you a ticket for two to somewhere.
Yeah, it's basically what you want, not necessarily what they want.
So you share in someone's joy with their Christmas present. That's one of those presents that you can enjoy yourself for less than 50 quid.
So now we also stock the sex toy of the year. Mm-hmm. On the website, and again it's another Juju, and it's called the Vita Bullet Vibrator.
These are like really hot for this year. It looks a bit boring.
Yeah, it doesn't look anything amazing, but
it's kind of like a vibrator that's just got a little round, sort of almost like semi-flat bit on the end.
Yeah, so it's a bit like a little spatula at the top of the vibrator.
Yes.
But yes, so it has got sex toy of the year.
I know, it's got loads and loads of different vibrating options on it. And
again, it's got that really soft silicone.
Really soft, but really powerful.
Yeah, exactly. And that one's priced at $56.99. So for the sex toy of the year, that's a really good.
Ultra quiet.
Yeah.
So you won't have
may not be. But the vibrator is.
You won't have an audience.
So there's some of like the top toys that we would recommend.
Yes.
However, we do have some stocking fillers.
Okay.
So one of them, which is brilliant, and I believe that we have given some of these away at Vegas Vixens.
Yeah.
And that's the Toy Joy Butterfly Pleaser.
Yes.
So is it like a little finger?
So this one does go on your finger.
Yes.
And it looks like a little butterfly, and it kind of vibrates and tickles the outer bits and your lips and your labia and your all sorts.
We should do a video of you doing that, because your hand movements then were just like...
I'm waving. I'm waving like a naked sooty. Sooty and sweet.
Oh dear. So they're the ones we've picked this week for the women. So are you going to do the men's?
Okay, yeah, definitely. So for the guys, there's only one thing I recommend, and it's the proper American fleshlights. So obviously, having the store, I've had the joys of having a play with various toys, and the imitation fleshlights, which are much cheaper, at around sort of £30-40, are just nowhere near as good as the fleshlights. Mm. The proper American-made fleshlights are just fucking awesome. And there's my favourite is the Fleshlight Vortex Masturbator. So, ladies, if you want to buy your guy something where you won't see him for another 365 days.
Yeah, that's not a good selling point, darling.
Well, I tell you, on a serious note, if you've got a partner that's got a higher sex drive than you,
yeah,
honestly, this is better than the Scare Electrics. This will keep him off.
The thing is, though, with yours, I've actually used it on you.
Exactly.
So it's not something that you have to go off and do solo.
No, this is not electric. It's not battery or anything. It's literally manual. It's a really, really special latex, and it does feel just like the real thing. It feels like a pussy. Or you can also get anal ones.
Yeah.
So perhaps you're a lady that wants to give your man the sensation of anal, but you don't like it yourself.
Yeah.
So there are anal ones, but my favourite is the Vortex Masturbator, because each fleshlight, we've got loads and loads of them on vanilla2vixen.co.uk. A lot of them have actually modelled off of porn stars.
Yes.
So on the outside, it looks like the actual real porn star's pussy. And inside, they've made it feel, apparently...
I was just about to say, how did they do the moulding for that?
The male porn stars literally describe what it feels like. And
okay.
Everyone is different. So you've got like little kind of knobbly bits inside. Some of them are tighter than others. And you can go and on our website, you can have a look at them. And each one is different. And each one has a unique feeling to it.
Yeah.
But my favourite is I've not tried them all. Try one and put them back on the shelf. Yeah. I wouldn't do that.
No, we'd have to do a Black Friday then.
They are always sealed. They are always sealed, I promise. But it's the Fleshlight Vortex Masturbator, and they are $65.99. But I can promise you, ladies, if you buy your male partner that, you'll get anything done around the house.
Yeah. That's a lie.
Well, yeah.
Because they're too busy masturbating.
Yeah, and then too knackered afterwards. So, yes. Now, I've got another one as well for the guys.
Yeah.
If you're looking for your partner, if you've got a partner, and you're looking for... One of the things that's really difficult is buying ladies' underwear because size-wise is a nightmare. So, if you want a bit of a stocking filler, how about a body stocking?
Yes.
Because body stockings are really, really sexy. And the great thing is the sizes, they stretch.
They do.
It's hosiery and it stretches. So we do, on vanillatoVixen.co.uk, we do body stockings from size 14 to 18 and also sort of 10 to 14. So it's literally only a choice of two sizes. They stretch amazingly well. And they look ultra sexy.
They do. And even if you're not comfortable buying lingerie or anything else for your friend or your partner or yourself, we also do gift cards.
Yes, you could just buy the gift card.
You could just buy a gift card.
I will just say about the body stocking, the one that you like, Mrs. N, that you've tried the best, is the Leg Avenue Floral Lace Opaque Mini, which is size 14 to 18. But like I say, even if you're a 12, it will fit. It's
one of those weird things that when you take it out the package and you look at it, you go, how the hell am I going to fit into that?
It looks like it would fit an Action Man.
Yes, it does. But they are phenomenal because they do stretch. But when you've got them on, they're very body hugging.
It's like Stretch Armstrong on steroids. just goes and goes and goes.
So yes, I have that one and I can highly recommend it, and it looks stunning when it's on.
Yeah, the Leg Avenue, and it's like Leg Avenue. We do Shirley Hollywood. It's all top brands.
Yes.
So, but $11.99. It's super value for money, really.
It is
good. So that just about covers it, doesn't it?
Yes. So next week we'll do a few more.
Do a few more toys, probably a few more sort of fetish toys that you could play with in the bedroom.
Yes.
But
yes. We've just to give you some tips.
Hopefully we've given you some good ideas there if you're looking for stocking fillers or sort of even main presents.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, as it's the Christmas season...
It is.
Moving on.
I feel like you should be jingling your bells.
We've got the first Christmas event, and it's the very, very last event we will be doing of 2023. I got you worried there.
Everybody was going, what?
So it's the very last event we will be doing. It's December the 1st.
It is.
Vegas Vixens at Liberty Elite. What an ideal present for your partner.
Exactly.
So you could get in there just before you kind of do all your works Christmas dinners and your works parties. It's December the 1st, which is a Friday.
Yeah.
So we've got single ladies, a very, very limited amount of single gentlemen and couples.
Yes.
So if you would like to get involved and would like to come to one of our events, one of our parties, this is going to be the last one of this year.
Yes, it is.
And it's at Liberty Elite. Wow, what a place. We go on and on about it.
We do.
If you would like to get involved, if you would like to bring your partner, what a Christmas present that would be. There's no pressure on anyone. It's going to be the usual thing. You could just come along. You can enjoy the atmosphere. It's just like a beautiful cocktail bar and lounge. We'll have a DJ. We'll have dance floor. You needn't do or go any further than that.
Nope.
We've also got an amazing spa, that's in Liberty Elite, and you can enjoy that. You can have a jacuzzi if you want to. You can do whatever you want to do with your night.
So normally on a Vegas Vixens night, we play naughty roulette, don't we, Mr. N?
Yes, but it's Christmas.
It is Christmas, so we thought we'd do something a little different, and we've got Brucey Baby's elves who are going to help us out.
Yeah.
With a Christmas Vegas Vixens Play Your Cards Right.
Play your cards right. You can win naughty sex toys.
Yeah.
From vanillatavixen.co.uk.
And you can shout out higher or lower.
And you can give everyone else, help everyone along. It's just going to be a lot of fun. So this is going to be like the party of parties on December the 1st, Friday. You can contact us via email, which is naughtycouple, naughthycp1 @yahoo.com. You can contact us via email if you're a couple or a single lady.
Yes.
If you're a single gentleman, you will have to be on Fab Swingers. So you need to be on Fab Swingers, and you can contact us, naughtycouple, naughthycp1. Send us a message. If you're a single gentleman, you will need to be verified first. We'll need to ask you questions and just make sure that you are suitable and understand the lifestyle.
Exactly.
If you're a couple, obviously it's a lot easier. You can just send us an email and we can send you the details, how much it costs and everything. And you can go on Liberty Elite's website and see the details on there. And it's going to be wow.
It is. Obviously, for people that know, any events that we run are geared up for newbies.
Yeah.
Even though we have regular people that come, which is great, and we love them. We're very, very lucky with the people that attend our events. They're amazing, and they help make our nights so good.
The amazing thing is the newbies come back.
I know they do. So, if you've been toying with the idea of wanting to come to a club, then I suggest
the night.
you come to Vegas. It's great fun.
And it's not in Vegas.
No, unfortunately.
It's in sunny Leicestershire.
It is.
At Liberty Elite.
And with it being Christmassy, we thought if you want to dress up,
dress to impress.
Dress to impress.
Vegas Vixens is a dress to impress night on a Friday night at Liberty Elite. It's dress to impress. And wear all your sparklies for Christmas.
Exactly. Let's get you in the mood.
Absolutely.
Definitely. So it's going to be a good one. So like Mr. N said, so the guest list is now open. You need to be on the guest list to be able to get into our evening.
Our parties are pretty close to capacity.
Yes.
So you don't want to get there and get disappointed. You need to be on the guest list.
You do. So even if you are a member of Liberty Elite,
you still need to be on the guest list.
You have to be on the guest list,
yes.
Because we would hate it if we have to turn you away because we're up to capacity.
Absolutely.
So please make sure that you contact us. And get in quickly because our guest lists do tend to fill up fairly fast.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And now, if you want to know what happened to us on Saturday at Vanilla To Vixen party at Liberty Elite, it's the main event. So, Mrs. N.
Yes.
We are sitting here in the warm afterglow of Vanilla To Vixen. I've still got a big smile on my face.
We've not stopped smiling, have we, since Saturday?
It was a big night for us.
It was a huge night for us.
So it started off, it was absolutely up to capacity.
It was.
It was a couples and single ladies only night.
Yeah.
And Liberty Elite had to use all the men's lockers. And we literally used every single locker, every single towel. But it didn't seem overcrowded. No,
it didn't at all.
I think people realised, it was like New Year's Eve, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it was weird because even though there was a lot of people there, it didn't feel...
Everybody seemed to spread themselves out.
They did.
You got people in the jacuzzi.
Yes.
You got people in the spa room. You've got people in the brand new dungeon.
Yes, that area itself, has given us more space.
And it's the poshest dungeon you have ever seen in your life. So we had the first use of the dungeon at Vanilla To Vixen for a swinging event.
Yes.
Which was literally just off the dance floor.
Yeah.
We got the amazing Tina Von Teese.
Yes.
Giving demonstrations. It was just like the party of parties.
It was phenomenal.
You got people dancing, and then you could just turn around and see Tina kind of going up and down on the cross with like bear claws, and it was just amazing.
Well, we'd done a little bit of a gift, because we like to make the people that attend our events to feel quite special. So we like to furnish them with a little something as a memento, shall we say?
Yes.
And I'd been really busy with my hot glue gun.
It was Saturday, November the 11th.
Yes.
In the UK, that's Remembrance Day.
Yes.
So it was our red, white and blue party.
Yes.
And
you and I were dressed like a pair of twats because we were both in Union Jack outfits.
I'd got my little Union Jack waistcoat on.
Yes.
You got your Jerry Halliwell dress on.
I had.
Looking like a big Union Jack. Excellent.
But loads of people got the memo and dressed up. And I mean, some of the women, oh my word.
I think best dressed was Mr. A. Horney.
Oh, absolutely. In his Union Jack suit and tie.
Full Union Jack suit and tie.
Much to Mrs. Horney's disgust.
Mrs. Horney just stood there disapprovingly shaking her head.
She wasn't very impressed, was she? But we had people in Union Jack socks. We had people either wearing red or white or blue.
Yes.
Some of the ladies literally had an outfit for every part of the evening. So one minute they were in white, then they changed to blue, and then they came out in...
Special call out to Swirly Bliss.
Oh, my word. She did the whole lot.
So Swirly Bliss, for anyone that doesn't know, is the most beautiful, stunning lady. Who could you say sort of she resembles kind of thing? Kind of like Beyonce.
Personally, she's more stunning than Beyonce.
She is, yeah.
She came out in blue lingerie, red lingerie, white lingerie.
She did the whole thing, yeah. She did, I think, about 8 outfits.
Oh, it was phenomenal. Every time I turned around, she was wearing something different.
She just looked stunning. Her partner looked absolutely dapper.
He did.
In his suit. He looked marvellous.
Suited and booted.
He looked superb.
It was. Everybody made such a big effort, and we decorated the club as well. So we'd got Union Jack bunting up.
Yeah.
And like I said, I had been busy with my glue gun. So we decided to make everybody a pleasure stick.
Pleasure stick, because the dungeon was open for the first time.
Yes, so it was literally, it sounds a little more exotic than it was, but it was literally a straw with a feather stuck on the end of it.
It was a posh straw with a feather stuck on the end of it.
Oh yeah, it wasn't like your average.
Exactly. So you could take this into the playroom and do your Christian Grey and get all your sensation play. And
the funny thing is towards the end of the night, all we could see was the feathers all over the floor. There was it's like a few chickens had been plucked.
Looked like a few chickens had been fucked. Oh dear.
But we have to go back slightly, Mr. N.
Yes.
Because this was like a 2-step meet that we
for
had.
us.
For us, it was.
Yeah, for us. So yeah, we had an amazing time. We met such a lot of brand new couples.
There were so many new couples, which were brilliant.
We had a couple from Aberdeen.
Yes.
That come all the way from Aberdeen. A couple right the way, I think, from Cumbria.
Yeah.
These are couples that, we call out to, that have just made special journeys to come and see us and enjoy the a V2V party and find out why it's so special. And
it's so lovely. And we do get that proud parent moment, especially when they come in and they say, we literally just come to see what it's about. We're not going to do anything. We just want to sit. And it's like, yeah, absolutely. That is what our night is for.
Yep.
Come and see it and see what it's all about and see if it's something that you're interested in.
One young couple said exactly those words to me. 3 hours later, she was being eaten out in the jacuzzi by another lady.
That's where we have the proud parent moment. It's like, oh, bless them.
You settled in quite well.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the whole thing. We're there to make you feel comfortable. Yeah. And we are so lucky. And
don't get me wrong, that doesn't happen to every couple.
No, not at all.
There's a lot of couples that say, no, we're just coming to look.
Yeah.
And they go home and, they've had a great night and they go more slower.
Yes.
But there are other couples that go, no, we're just coming to look. 3 hours later.
I think the thing is, though, when you come with that kind of frame of mind, it takes any pressure off you, so you're a lot more relaxed.
Yeah.
So it tends to sort of happen quite naturally.
It's
not necessarily you're expecting it.
If you go expecting anything, you're just going to set yourself up for disappointment.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes.
The big bed resembled the last days of the Roman Empire.
I remember it was very hot when we walked in the room, and I don't just mean the view. I mean the actual air. It was just like, it's like when you get off a plane abroad. It literally hit us when we walked in the room.
It was hot in more ways than...
There was lots of sweaty, sexy bodies everywhere.
It was really nice.
It was brilliant.
It
was such a good night. But we do need to go back to Halloween.
So this is our personal experience.
Yes.
So yeah, we'll kind of give you the build up to, because we had probably one of our best meets we've ever had in our lives.
Yeah.
And that's not disrespecting anybody we've played with up till now, because you've all been fabulous. But this was really unexpected for us.
Yes.
Because so it goes back to Halloween, and we got asked if we could help out hosting.
Yes.
At Liberty Elite, because Halloween is a big event in the naughty hobbyist lifestyle. Gives everybody a chance to dress up and be an alter ego. And we met a fabulous couple there. We'll call them Lady La and Sir John. Lady La and Sir John. We're not going to give you their fab names or their fab name, but we'll call them Lady La and Sir John. And they were very, very much very similar dynamic to ourselves.
Yes.
So Lady Lard kind of described herself, she likes a voyeur, but they're also very much hot wife couple, aren't they? Mm-hmm. And sort of a little previous earlier on, she'd said there's no way she could imagine seeing her husband with another woman.
Yeah.
And obviously we kind of clicked because we've got a very, very similar dynamic. So you wouldn't expect to kind of click on a sexual level because we're the same thing.
Yeah.
And sometimes being the same, it's like two right-hand gloves.
Yes.
It doesn't make a pair. You also most need a bit of an opposite sometimes to click sexually in the lifestyle.
Yeah.
So we got chatting, and I think we clicked straight away, didn't we?
We did, definitely. They are a beautiful couple who are so easy to talk to, bundles of fun. I mean, we laughed, didn't we? We laughed so much, some of the stories. I mean, we are hoping to get them on the podcast, aren't we?
They've said, dear listener, this is going to be exciting. They're coming on the podcast.
They are, because they have some phenomenal stories to talk about.
And their dynamic, which we're not going to spoil or go into because that's their story and we wouldn't share it. But their dynamic and their sort of way they got together and everything, I think is really interesting.
Yeah, really interesting. Very unusual.
Yes.
But it just goes to show that if you're meant to be together, nothing can stand in your way.
Absolutely.
And that's all I'm going to say
Absolutely.
on that bit.
So we got chatting. We spent a good few hours with them.
Yes.
At Halloween. Mm-hmm. I think there was already sexual attraction there. Mm. But we held it in. Didn't we, Mrs. N? And, you know, there was always that bit of like, oh, well, you know, I don't know if they'd fancy us kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And obviously, like, you know, we don't kind of do full swap, do we? You know, kind of thing. Although we you know, I have gone off, as we've said on podcasts before, I did go off with a lady at a previous event.
You did?
And obviously Mrs. N, well...
Mrs. N, well, what?
Well, you know, you've had a partner or two. But yeah, so we weren't kind of looking for that full swap experience at this stage, but there was definitely attraction there, wasn't there?
There was. And I think because their dynamic was very similar to ours, but also they had that little twist where Lady La, like you said, likes to watch. So I think even if it had been a case where we were just in a room as two couples and we didn't swap, but we just played in our own couples, I still think that would have been incredibly hot.
And I think that's probably what we I suppose we'd because we did a little bit of fantasising after we met them, didn't we?
Yes.
And I suppose that's kind of where we saw it going, probably, sharing a room, just a sexy atmosphere. You don't have to do full swap to have a great time.
No, you don't. Well, I mean, we've done that on a couple of occasions where we've actually been in the same room with another couple but haven't played with that couple.
Yeah.
But just being on the bed next to them while they're playing and we're playing is an incredibly hot experience. So you're right, you don't have to do full swap or anything to have that kind of electric feeling. And
Lady La's quite a dominant lady like yourself.
Yes.
She likes being in control, and it was uncanny how similar
I know
we are.
I know.
So John is really laid back.
Yes.
And we were just we just go with the flow and but we kind of held it back on Halloween. We were really, really busy, but we kind of just held back. We could have easily kind of gone forward, but I don't think we'd have had the experience we had on Saturday at Vanilla To Vixen had we have just ploughed forward.
Yeah.
So here's where we talk about two-stage meets. Sometimes, if there is a sexual attraction there, it's still best to just hold off.
Yeah.
And take things slow, because that slow build up, especially if you're two couples, because then you can fantasize with your partner and have that build up with your partner about another couple or another person, or single person if it is that's what you're going into. I think sometimes it's best to go slow. Plus, as a couple, it gives you a chance to talk to each other.
Yeah, it does. Because sometimes, I suppose, when things kind of just happen naturally in the spur of the moment, sometimes you don't get that chance, do you, to sort of sit down and decide how both of you feel about it. And I mean, we've talked before about, having secret little messages between each other to say whether or not you're both happy, and sometimes it doesn't work and sometimes it does.
Mr. Foxy has a tag, doesn't he? His Apple tag.
Yes. But so it was nice actually for us to sort of step away and talk about it properly. Plus, that then began the build-up.
And the first thing we said was, what a lovely couple they were.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think I remember saying, would you play with Sir John? But we didn't think that would happen because they got a similar dynamic to us.
Yeah, exactly. Apart from the fact that he looks like Danny Dyer. I was like, he's well fit.
And so it was nice for us. It was nice for us to come home, fantasize, and just kind of it was kind of almost like going back to the beginning, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, and we hadn't arranged anything, so we didn't know when we were going to see them again, or but we did we set up our own little WhatsApp group, didn't we?
Yes.
And so we've been chatting
a little bit flirty,
which is also nice. I don't think we've ever really done that before with a couple, have we?
Have we done a WhatsApp couple-to-couple chat? I don't think so. Not in that context.
Yeah.
Not flirty, chatty. No, we haven't, I don't think so. It was all rather new and exciting for us.
It was, yeah. Considering we've been in this naughty hobby for quite some years, it was nice to have a new experience still.
Yeah, absolutely. And then roll on to Saturday.
Yes.
And we were really excited when they walked through the door.
Yeah, we were. It was so lovely to see them again.
And we instantly kind of hit it off again, and kind of it just naturally just carried on, didn't it?
Yeah. Obviously, when we're hosting our party, we're kind of on duty. So it's very difficult sometimes for us to stop and have long conversations with people, and we obviously try and talk to as many people as we can.
But they understood that.
Yeah, they did. So that was lovely. So we had, like I say, we hadn't actually planned anything.
No.
And then obviously when we clocked off from our hosting duties,
yes,
even though you don't really clock off properly.
We're always on hand.
We are, and we always kind of like, scanning the rooms to make sure everybody's having a nice time.
We were on hand right up until we disappeared.
Yeah.
Which was a bit naughty. But it was late.
It was very late on in the evening.
It was late.
Yes.
Yes.
The bar area was kind of depleted, and
yes,
most people were...
Most people were depleted. Yeah. It's fair to say most ball sacks had been depleted.
I did get a bit panicky because obviously we were very busy, which was great. I was slightly nervous about the buffet.
Yeah.
So I kind of, Roxy, bless her, I kind of gave her a heads up and just said, as soon as you bring that out, you need to let me know.
And we did say we would get Roxy on the show, and we were going to explain Roxy's absence.
Yes.
Roxy has now become part of the management team at Liberty Elite. So
yes.
she's often duty manager.
Yes.
So as you can imagine, her role has increased in responsibility.
Yes.
So she's got less time, bless her.
She has, but we have spoken to her.
She will definitely be on the podcast.
She will be. We're arranging a time to actually go and see her.
And she's still our agony aunt, and she will still answer your questions.
Yes.
But back to Saturday night.
Yeah, so, and obviously everybody knows that I can't do anything unless I've eaten first. So buffet was consumed. I was incredibly happy.
Yes. And then we were chatting together, and we both we all disappeared off, didn't we, to the hot tub?
Yes, we did.
Which was pretty full.
It was full, but as usual, I did no, I'm coming in whether there's room or not.
Much to, I think, Sir John's eagerness as he saw your boobs hit the water.
So we were all sitting in the hot tub having a lovely time. It was a great atmosphere.
There was lots of clapping.
There was lots of clapping.
From behind the frosted glass.
Yes, which was quite funny.
The clapping of the playroom for anyone that hasn't worked out what that is.
We were in the hot tub for a little while just chatting. Mm-hmm. And I can't quite remember how we got from there to...
We were at the back of the hot tub.
We were right at the back.
Here's a little tip for you, dear listener. If you're at Liberty Elite and you're sitting right at the back, you've kind of like got frosted glass. It's more enclosed. The chlorine can get to your eyes.
Yeah, I mean, we couldn't stay in there too long. My eyes were stinging.
So we all kind of jumped out together, all four of us.
And then we were just kind of standing around chatting.
Lady La was the brave one.
She was.
Because she said, Sir John has had a fantasy about you for quite some time. And it was a big thing for Lady La then to admit that she had never kind of would have let Sir John go with another woman.
I know.
A few months ago, or, it was just the fact that we clicked.
Yeah, because we were very similar. Obviously, for however many years, it's only been recently that I felt comfortable with you. But
you also knew that you and Lady La had a thing about seeing two men play together. Yes.
And that was quite a big thing for us, and we were both very excited. And I think this is where we clicked even more, because it was kind of like we both had the same kink, which was amazing. And it's and we've never really come across a couple,
a fully bi couple both that we've clicked with.
Exactly. So this was why it was very new. It got more and more exciting because it was like, oh my God, they're just like us.
And Lady La was absolutely obsessed with your boobs.
She was, bless her. And we'd talked about what we do as women and stuff. And obviously people know I don't really do pussy play,
which didn't bother them in the slightest.
No, but I know I love my boobs being played with and stuff, so and that was the thing. It was just so, there was no awkwardness there. It was so relaxed, and it was just like, this is what I like. But they were so similar to us. So we were most excited about the whole bi thing.
So what made you go, let's get a private room?
Because I wanted to see you two play. Because I know how hot it is.
So off we did. We went upstairs and we got the best room in the house.
We did.
Which is what we call the double private room.
Yes, so it's got 2 beds in it.
Yes.
Which was perfect, because even at that point we weren't sure whether we would be kind of swapping or just
playing
watching or just playing amongst ourselves.
We were a little bit like giggling schoolboys and girls.
It was
all very, very new.
Yeah, and in fairness, it started off where Lady La and Sir John were playing with each other.
Yeah,
we were on the other bed playing, and then there was lots of booby touching between me and Mrs. La.
I know. I'm just having a little think about that.
Which was really, really nice.
Pass me a tissue.
Yes, and then bless Lady La, she was amazing, and she was obviously sucking Sir John. It just seems really weird saying that. I just feel like we've got kings and queens.
They are like kings and queens.
And then bless her, she invited me to join in.
And how stunning did you and Lady La look naked on the bed together?
I don't know.
Absolutely stunning. I was like, holy shit.
It was such a lovely environment to be in. We were all very relaxed and we all felt very comfortable.
It was a very trusting environment.
Really incredibly trusting.
Because
and there was always, are you sure?
And here's this thing where when we say like we've slowed it down, we knew them on a real personal scale. They felt like they said that they knew us really well because they'd listened to 70 hours of our talking shit on the podcast. So but we felt like we knew them instantly.
Yeah.
There was a real connection.
There was a real connection.
But even though, like I said, we could have jumped into that, and I don't think it would have been as good had we not have slowed it down.
I think that's where probably there may have been some awkwardness and some probably expectations that, you
still don't know.
Yeah.
So maybe everybody's different. There's a lot of couples out there that will probably freer and easier than us. I mean, obviously you've got your issues with your pussy that you don't like people touching. And so I suppose with us, it's, we've got certain things that we like, certain things we dislike.
Yes.
They knew what we liked and disliked because we'd slowed it down.
Yeah, exactly.
So it all felt very, very relaxed.
It did. There was no rushing. It was literally, let's just, see how it goes. So,
and then Lady La said to you, Sir John's got this huge fantasy about doing anal with you.
Yes.
It was at that point I realised he was about the girth of a Coke can.
He had got good girth on him, I'll give him that. But that's good. I don't mind that. I like that. I like girth.
Well, you certainly seem to.
I'm probably more of a girthy girl than I am a length girl.
Okay.
Because doing anal, anybody that does do it, it's you've got to have the right size for it to be enjoyable. And too long can sometimes, break the barrier between pleasure and pain.
Sir John was quite good in both domains, really.
He was, but it was still a perfect size for me.
Yeah. Okay. So you and Sir John kind of got it on.
We did.
That's a good song.
Somebody should record that.
And me and Lady La just sat watching. This is kind of like what we do a lot. We're confident in this area.
Yes.
But then it was like I started playing a little bit soft play with Lady La, and me and Lady La, we both said we were just so turned on watching you two.
Yeah.
At that point, it was like, we've got to do something now about this, because it was just so hot.
Yeah.
And it was at this point I was like, okay, I haven't spoken to you about going all the way with Lady La. But at that point, it was just like, shit, I kind of like lost control of it.
You did.
I'll admit it. And so I said to you, is it okay? And you were like, fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you were that relaxed?
I was very relaxed because they both made me feel incredibly comfortable, and there wasn't an air of any jealousy, or I'd be worried that.
But that was the first time you had seen me that close.
Yes.
With another woman. So I played before in the big bed.
You had?
In the big... Was it with the big bed? Or
no, we were on the VIP bed.
The big playroom, wasn't it?
Yes.
Big playroom. So we played a couple of times, a couple of beautiful people in the big room.
Yes.
I've also played where you sent me off.
I did.
But I've never played in that intimately... In an intimate environment with you, that close.
We've never gone off to a private room. And
so how did that feel for you?
It was really, really hot.
Really?
Yes, because obviously Lady La was enjoying it immensely. I, at this point, was lying on my side with Sir John behind me, which is one of my favourite positions.
And I was on top of
Lady
La.
So, and I was literally looking at you. So I still felt incredibly close to you.
And me and Lady La both said we were kind of like looking at you, but then enjoying the sensations we were feeling, and we didn't know where to look or whatever. It was just, it was too much. It was too much.
I was slightly concerned I may have broken
Sir John. I think you did.
He was sweating a fair bit, bless him.
I thought at any moment, does Libs have a defib? Because poor Sir John, you had broken the guy. But you and Lady La are very similar. You're quite dominant in bed.
Yes.
And me and Sir John are very laid back. So we got off on that.
Yeah.
It was just like the perfect fucking environment.
It was great. And it was like, so we had our moments, and then Sir John said, I'm really sorry, I'm going to need a breather.
But then the weird thing is, well, it's not the weird thing, but it's just something that I hadn't really experienced before. Lady La has exactly the same pussy as you.
Yes, apparently so.
I was like, oh my God, it's like you're pussy twins. And they're very, very pretty pussies on my ass. But you're pussy twins. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah, I can't say you and Sir John are cock twins, darling, I'm afraid.
He was a little bit bigger than me.
He was a little bit bigger than you.
Yeah.
So, so we all had a bit of a breather and replaced some fluids.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then me and Lady La decided to turn the tables on you and Sir John.
I was a bit scared.
You were a bit scared, weren't you?
Because you got two very dominant women going, right, we want a scene now.
And I think that was the thing. It was almost like, I mean, Lady La is very vocal.
She's awesome.
So she talks a lot, and she's very...
So Lady La understands that the sexiest organ in your body is your brain.
Yes.
She totally gets that, totally understands that, and uses that to her advantage.
Oh, yes, absolutely. So there's, she's constantly talking sexy. She's constantly saying, do this.
And that turned us both on immensely.
Yeah, it did. So we kind of looked at each other and said, should we get the boys to kind of play for our benefit? So you
forced us.
We got comfortable and ready for the show.
Yes.
And what a show it was.
It was a little bit, yes. Quite, yeah.
You handled it incredibly well, dear.
I took it okay.
You did, but do you know what? And this is, and I know we talked about this on the way home, and it was just like, what is it that turned me on? And I have this thing about being able to share an experience with you. And I mean the experience. So the experience was that I got to feel Sir John, and so did you.
Yes.
So I knew what you were feeling, and you knew what I was feeling. And that, to me, is incredibly horny.
And I would not have felt comfortable talking about this even 6 months ago.
No.
But now, and this is what we talk about, I'm at the level where I simply don't give a fuck. I don't care.
No.
I don't care what it's labelled as. Like I said, if I go down the street, I'm not initially attracted to guys.
No.
So, but in a sexual environment, I'm open to buy play.
It's just, I'm probably the same with women. I mean, I can look at women and go, oh my God, she's absolutely beautiful, and you do see some stunning women.
And in a sexual environment, you do get excited.
Absolutely. What I enjoy is the sensation of a woman playing with my boobs, because it's a different sensation to a man doing it, and it's a very sexual thing.
You like being stroked on your bum as well.
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't mean to say that I fancy them and I want to, and it's the same with you.
And here's where it's like, we just hate labels.
Yes.
It's like, why do you have to be labelled? Yeah, it's useful, I suppose, reading on a Fab Swingers profile what orientation you are, but it's so rigid. And,
I know. Yeah.
That's just my feelings on it.
No, I'm with you on that one. I think you're absolutely spot on, and it doesn't matter. Everybody's got their own kinks and the things that turn them on, and it shouldn't matter who it is or what it is. If it's something that you enjoy and you get a lot out of it. As long as you're
consenting adults, who cares?
Exactly. Absolutely. I totally agree. But my God, was it hot.
And then I realised I don't actually think... Did I come?
No, because what happened was... obviously, watching you two play...
Yeah.
Me and Lady La were just like, oh my God, this is just the hottest thing ever.
I remember now.
Yeah. And so we then decided... Because while you were playing, Lady La and I were lying on the bed when we were actually just holding hands.
Yeah, really,
while you two were
really sexily, which kind of got us going.
Yeah, there was little strokes going on and stuff. It was just very touchy feeling. It was all really, really nice. But
horny.
We were incredibly hot watching you two, and then we both sort of lay down and we did our dominant thing and said, right, we need your come on our tits.
You wanted a double bukkake.
We did, because this is one of Lady La's fantasies. She wants a bukkake.
Really?
Yes, she does. And I said, stick with me, girl. I'll get you one sorted.
I think we were in the midst of we were busy at that point.
Exactly. So we lay down and...
one of each side.
Yeah, so John was like on my side.
He was on your side. I was with Lady La.
Lady La's side, and you were both sort of wanking over us.
Yeah.
Which we were loving. But unfortunately...
I can honestly say, and I think I could speak for Sir John, it was such a... Have you ever been like where you just too turned on?
Yeah.
To just orgasm?
Yeah.
And I was definitely too turned on. It was like... I've heard Roxy talk about... What's that thing she talks about when she goes into the zone?
Yes.
Roxy calls it subspace.
Yes, that's it.
And... that is traditionally sort of linked with kink and fetish.
Yeah.
And because we've dabbled in kink and fetish, I understand it. I can honestly say that our meet with Sir John and Lady La, I was literally in subspace.
Yeah.
That's how turned on I was with the whole scenario.
Yes.
And it was just, everything was right.
It was.
And then Sir John said something right at the end of our meet, which I think was just wonderful. He said that's what they had pictured when they went into the scene.
Really?
Which I thought was just a lovely thing to say.
Yeah.
But it doesn't, as we know, it doesn't always work out like that, does it?
No, it doesn't. So I am incredibly flattered that they wanted to have that experience with us. Incredibly flattered.
And to share that link and that closeness.
Yeah.
I think is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, and it's been great because obviously we've been chatting all week on the WhatsApp group, and we're all still smiling and giggling like kids.
And here's the thing: it's like, when you're in the naughty hobby and you meet a couple that you feel you click with, you see them as one. it's one and one.
Yeah.
It's two couples.
Yes.
So as you develop and you go down your journey, although we hate the word, you kind of realise this. And here's where you can kind of let go of some of the muggle world emotions of jealousy and things like that.
Yeah.
Because you just see them as one, and you can see they're totally besotted and in love with one another.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that attracts you to them.
Yeah. A lot of people that know us or even listen to the podcast have commented on it's clear, it's so clear and obvious how much we adore each other.
Yes.
And it was exactly the same for us with Sir John and Lady La. And they were very open, you know, they are each other's worlds.
I know. The listeners that have followed our shows, they know I've had issues sometimes, like kind of like when I first went off and I played with another lady fully in a room without you.
Yeah.
I was like, I couldn't fully let go during stages. And I came back to you and I was like, are you all right? Are you okay? You know, and I feel I've let go even more. And that's thanks to who I was playing with.
Yeah.
You know, and it's thanks to how obviously strong and tight their relationship is.
Yeah.
That then you can let go yourself because you feel safe.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's terribly important in the beginning of your journey into the...
We've got to find a new word for that.
It is a journey, though.
I know it is.
It is a journey. It sounds twee and it sounds
I'm going to get my thesaurus out and look for another word.
It is a journey. It is a journey. I don't care. It is a journey. Journey is the best word for it. And it is cliched and it is twee, but it is a journey. And as you go down that route, I think, you know, you do feel, when you're playing with the right people, you do feel that safeness that you can just let go.
Yeah. I mean, I can highly recommend, obviously, you know, it does depend because everybody's different how they play, but for our benefit, I loved the whole kind of two-step process because it did build it up. And
that's what the key thing that we wanted to talk about today.
Yeah.
Was how, even if you're a really established vixen, you know, if you're an experienced swinger, sometimes just to pull things back and slow things down will give you a much, much better time. And it will sometimes surprise yourself because you've built it up in your own mind.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true. It is true. It's the first time we've really kind of done that.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. Absolutely amazing.
And I'm going to ask you now, because I've not asked you, how excited are you to see Sir John and Lady La again?
I'm very excited because I feel so comfortable and relaxed in their company and how their dynamics work and the conversations that we had, that we're both on the same page, which is so nice. It almost feels like we can just kind of... we can almost just get right down to it because we kind of know what each other's, you know, what our thing is.
Imagine two Mrs. N's. That's what you've got with Lady La and Mrs. N. I'm scared, Lister. I'm scared.
Be afraid, darling.
These are two very demanding ladies. Sir John's already broken, bless him.
I know, bless him. And apparently he couldn't walk very well the day after his thighs were burning.
You destroyed us. What a way to go. What a way to fucking go.
So, no, we are really, really hoping that we get to see them again soon.
And we definitely want to introduce them to you.
Which we will do.
Our listener.
Yes. So we are arranging to go and interview them.
Yes.
So it might be a road trip.
Sounds very formal.
Yes.
It's just chatting shit.
It is just chatting shit because that's what we do. But yes, but I'm really looking forward to that because I can't wait for them to share their story with you guys because
we could hear it then from their side what it was like.
Yeah. But their whole thing of how they got into it, some of the stories that they've told, they have some hilarious stories, and I mean hilarious.
I wonder if they're broadcastable.
I'm not sure, but we'll see what we can get out of them. So, but you guys are going to love them. They're the sweetest couple.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we will definitely be bringing them to you very, very soon.
Yes.
But until then, it's almost time for us to say goodbye.
No, already?
I know. We're out of time.
That seems to have gone really quick.
I know. So remember to have a look on vanillatoVixen.co.uk for your Christmas presents.
Yes.
To yourself or to your loved one. There's some great stuff on there. And we shall see you next time.
We will do. And don't forget, guys, the guest list for Vegas Vixens on the 1st of December is now open.
Email us. For events, we always prefer email or Fab Swingers.
Yes.
We prefer not to use Twitter for messages for that. It's just that way. We've got email. It's better for us.
Yeah.
But remember to have a look on our Twitter. We are Naughty Couple, spelled NAUGHTYCOUP1E. Naughty Couple on Twitter, or X as it's now called. And
just a reminder for the single guys, don't panic if you haven't got any verifications yet. If you've only just started with Fab or whatever, contact us. We can do a video verification.
But guys, put some pictures on your profile.
Yes.
You needn't have your face picture, but put some pictures on your profile, because if we get just total, no bio, no picture, that's going to be difficult for us to accept.
Mr. N, let's be honest here. If you don't have a picture on your profile, you get deleted from the messages.
You do, because you need to show that you're putting effort in.
Absolutely. It's important that we get the right calibre of people so everybody has the best time possible.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
We shall see you next time.
We will do. You take care, guys.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.